telling someone, do this, but inspiring is showing that, do this like me. That's the difference. And I like to brief here my childhood environment. How was my childhood environment? I used to go to a walk every day in the morning with my father, about 4-5 kilometers. And during the walk, we used to have a productive talk. We don't talk something that's less than productive. And every second that we talk is something that derives the knowledge. When there is some time that there's no discussion, any one of us would create a discussion that would end up in a solid information. We did have arguments, and all those arguments ended up where both of us gained knowledge. Father builds the visionary eyes for the kid. Father builds a social future. In this budding moment, whatever you create, embed into the child, that's what reflects throughout his future. Mother practically educates the child on the universe's most powerful power, the love. She is the only selfless being in the world where she gives and gives and gives the love and affection without expecting anything in return. Mother is the only selfless being. And here comes the responsibility of the child. What should a child do? What should the children act? If there is any fault in the children's responsibility, it directly correlates with the environment that they lived in. It doesn't just mean the environment at the home. It can have any environment in the school, friends, neighbors, wherever they interact with the world, it's an environment. But if the foundation, the home environment is very good, definitely there is no way the other places, even if the environment is bad, the child would definitely move away from it. Social responsibility. Every human has a social responsibility, and it should be built from him from the very beginning. Because if we don't do this social responsibility, social service, one day the humans cannot live. And I like to run you through some of the quotations of mine to live larger than your life. I call this live larger than your life because you can do it. More the hurdles you cross, more stronger you become. Don't consider hurdles as problems. As you cross more hurdles, you become more stronger. So now you should say, are you happy to cross the hurdles? Are you happy to face the problems? Yes. Life without problem is same as life without happenings. If there is no problem, your life is dead. It's just like a water that's stagnant. There is no movement in your life. Only when you have a problem, you come across a sad emotion and a happy emotion and an emotional success. Without problems, you're going to just be nil. So avoid problems and expect your future to be bright. Age does not matter, knowledge does. You should not consider a person based on age. The age of a person is not what actually matters. He can gain more knowledge, more experience in shorter time. And I wanted every one of the parents to encourage their children to do things differently and attempt new things and make them successful using your, as I said, the environment that you create. I love solving people's problems. You know why? Because it gives me an environment. I can place them in their shoes and learn and complete the problem. I can solve the problem. At the same time, it makes me and everyone around me transparent to the problems. We don't get to the same problem again because I have solved the same problem for other people. Was wondering how much knowledge a person could gain if he is gaining it from every single individual in the world, an ant, a rat, and tree. If every person has a thought, and if we could gather the same thoughts, it's a billion dollar ideas and billion dollar thoughts that could turn life of everyone into success. How you are alone, when you are alone is what is the reflection of yours when you are elsewhere. So if you try to act in your room as if whatever you are, and when you try to act in a society a different way, it will be easily found because your subconscious mind directly puts out your characters, what was there when you are alone. If I don't make my time pay me, it means I am idle, which is a sin. If I don't use my time, it's a sin for me. That's why many retired people, they can't stay at the home. They want to work like ants because being busy is better than being bored. When you take step 1 towards your goal, destroy the land. When you take step 2, destroy step 1. Because if there is an opportunity to get back, you will always be getting outside of the arena. So you need to make sure, like there was a story where a whole ship of army entered into an island and the captain of the ship or the army troop said, burn the ships, I don't want the ships to be here. Because if that's there, you'll be retreating. Now there is no ships, you'll fight because there's a situation of do or die, and you will do it, and the small troop won a big army because there was no way to retreat. I'm so happy now because I have a big problem. Either I'm going to solve from it or I'm going to learn from it. I have learned one more new thing this second. Like every other past second in my life, I've been learning new things every single second. Even if I'm just standing here, I can learn new things based on my experience. Everyone is good at what they know and everyone is not good at what they do not know. We need to find what we are not good at and make ourselves good at that. That's what matters really. It's not how much we know, it's how much we are yet to know. I have made some beauties, they are awful and bad to mention them here. They are the reason for my growth, they are my mistakes. Mistakes are what reason for my growth here. If I have not done any mistakes, my life should have no happenings and I shouldn't be standing here. Being successful is just another skill. Skills can be learned and being successful is something that you can learn and adopt. And be successful, every one of you, yourself. Now after this session, everyone should have got some little ideas over things to do. And ideas are great always, yes, I accept that. But actions are better, friends. Ladies and gentlemen, please do act upon what you have learned. Not just here, but everywhere else. And you can be definitely successful. It's time to shoot your questions. I'm free for the open questions in the forum now. Any questions? If questions can be in Tamil, Telugu, I can reply in that, yes.
நீங்கள் என்ற பெரிய கேள்விக்குறியை உங்கள் முன்னே வைத்திருக்கிறார். அறிவு ஞானம் என்பது வெளியிலே இருந்து வருவது அல்ல. உன் உள்ளே இருக்கும் அறிவை ஞானத்தை நீ உயர்த்திக்கொள், உன்னால் சாதிக்க முடியும் என்பதை சொன்னார். ஞானம் என்பது உள்ளறிவே ஆகும். விழிப்பு நிலை என்பது கான்சியஸ் என்பது ஜக்ரத், சொப்னா, துரியா என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய அந்த நிலையில் எப்போதுமே நீ விழிப்பு நிலையிலே இரு, கான்சியஸ் நிலையிலேயே இரு. உனக்கு வரக்கூடிய பிரச்சனைகளை எதிர்கொள், அதை உடைத்தெறிந்து நீ உயர்ந்து விடுவாய் என்பதை சொல்கிறார். பிரச்சனைகள் இல்லாத வாழ்க்கை ஒரு வாழ்க்கையா? பிரச்சனைகளை வரவேற்பாக ஏற்றுக்கொள், அதை சாதித்து உயர்ந்து விடு என்பதை ஏற்று சொன்னார். வெற்றி பாதையை உங்களுக்கு காட்டினார். பொறுப்பு என்பது தனிப்பட்ட பொறுப்பு ஒன்று உண்டு, குடும்ப பொறுப்பு என்பது ஒன்று உண்டு, சோசியல் பொறுப்பு என்ற ஒன்று உண்டு. இதற்கெல்லாம் வயது தடையில்லை. ஆனால் ஒவ்வொரு குழந்தையும் பிறந்ததிலிருந்து முக்தி அடைகின்ற வரைக்கும் சாதிக்க முடியும் என்பதை நினைத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். பூமியில் பிறந்த எல்லா குழந்தைகளும் நல்ல குழந்தைகளே. அவன் நல்லவனாவதும் தீயவனாவதும் அவனுடைய வளர்ப்பினிலே பெற்றோர்கள் குழந்தைகளை நன்றாக வளர்த்து விடுங்கள். குழந்தைகள் நன்றாக வளரட்டும், உயரட்டும், சாதிக்கட்டும், வைசியர்கள் சிறந்தவர்கள் என்று இந்த நாடு முரசு கொட்டட்டும், உலகம் முரசு கொட்டட்டும் என்பதை தெளிவாக ஆங்கிலத்தில் எடுத்துரைத்தார் யஸ்வந்த் அவர்கள். உங்களுடைய பாராட்டுவோமாக. யாருக்கு எந்த சந்தேகம் இருந்தாலும் ஆங்கிலத்திலோ தமிழிலோ தெலுங்கிலோ கேள்வி கேட்கலாம். தமிழ்ல మాట్లాడొచ్చునో తెలుగులో మాట్లాడొచ్చు. Language is not a barrier.
Hello.
Yes.
I think in Hyderabad, is there any mission making 60 years old person to become 18 years?
There is, yes. Not in Hyderabad, but in everyone else.
No,
Here, everyone
on
can
CU,
make
I am
ourselves
thinking
better.
it should be some mission that only make some knowledgeable person like young.
See, we can reduce our aging process using our own interests. We can, if we think within ourselves and we want to become younger, we can, yes.
And also I studied this young age that have this much of knowledge. Genes only desire this knowledge. Introduce your
Grandfather.
Your grandfather is headmaster. So I think it believes. Now I confirm it. The genes from there is coming.